Hey. In this episode, we're going to talk about running circles around something to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, also known as Pajama Grandma, hanging at the cabin and just making some quick videos. So if it sounds a little funky, I apologize for that. It's in a big room, a big malt shop, and it's kind of echoey. And of course, when we go to the cabin, we don't bring all of our amazing technology with us. So I don't have things that can help enhance the sound, enhance the picture. It is what it is. And that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's about the message, right? We judge books by the cover, but we really shouldn't. We should be listening for what's really there. What can we learn? Now, running circles around, that expression, or running rings around, came about in the late 1800s. An author who I don't know the name of. I could probably have Googled it, but I didn't, because it's not that important, right? It's just, where did it come from? How long has it been around? Why does it impact us or our customers? So an author used it to describe two runners running a race, and one was so much faster than the other, he could actually run circles around the second racer and still win the race. You know, it reminds me of the story of the tortoise and the hare, right? Well, there's a lesson there, right? There's fables are fables for a reason. But how can you run circles around your competition, run circles around anybody or anything that you want to in order to grow and create the business that you want? And to be honest, the secret is it's way freaking easier than you can possibly imagine, or that you really probably think. And one of my favorite ways that I teach people to run circles around their competition is to, number one, be themselves and not compete head to head with anyone else. Because if you're being yourself, your authentic self, if you're bringing your unique genius to your business and to your customers, nobody else can compete with that. It's impossible for them to be you or your specific organization and what you build. So nobody can really compete head to head. It's kind of like comparing apples to oranges. And then the second way I teach people to do that is, instead of just selling people your service or your product, because we all, at least in the offline world, I always thought, hey, this is what I sell, this is what I make, either you want it or you don't. Either it's for you or it's not. For example, and I was in a lot of different businesses, but let's talk about handmade Italian food. Either you wanted handmade ravioli or you didn't. Either it was for your restaurant or your business or it wasn't, right? And so then it helped me to narrow my focus and serve the people that I was there to serve. And it was definitely uniquely me, right? But we have to remember that in order to run circles around other people, if we take more than just our product and service and we create an offer around that thing that we want to sell them, nobody else can compete with that, because now we're not comparing my ravioli to somebody else's ravioli. It's not a direct comparison, one thing to another. It's really important when we're providing services to people that there's a lot of other people that can do the exact same thing, or something that feels the exact same thing to a potential prospect or customer. You know, I'll think of a service, an accounting service, a bookkeeping service, any kind of a human resource or payroll service, a digital marketing service, an online marketing service, a social media manager, a virtual assistant. You've got to find a way to differentiate your service from other people. Well, how do you do that? Well, you package it up with other things of value to your customer, to your perfect prospect. You bundle things together so you're not just selling the one thing, the one service. And a lot of people will bundle together and say, well, I do website design, I do SEO, I do all these different digital marketing things, or I do all these different things with HVAC or in our restaurant or something. But you're still just selling one thing. So what can you add to that? Number one, that the customer really, really wants, that the person you want to sell to really, really wants. Because a lot of times what we sell and are trying to sell to people is something that they need, and we know they need it to get the result they want. But really, what they want is the result, and all they care about is the result. So if we can find a way to bundle what we sell, what we want to sell them, with presenting it as, this is the result, this isn't what you need, this is what you want, this is the result you want, and this is how you get it when you get this, our product or service, bundled with this thing that goes along with and helps you to use it faster, easier, more effectively, more efficiently, to get the result that they want even faster or easier than they had imagined possible, or than another provider of a similar service is offering to them. So if I have an accounting business, let's say, I'm just making this up off the top of my head because I've never been in the accounting business, not that detail oriented, But say I have an accounting business and I offer accounting services or bookkeeping services to my clients. Now, if I offer bookkeeping services and that's the main thing I want to sell, what does my ideal client really want? Well, they want their books done accurately, timely, efficiently, so that they have the information and the data that they need to make decisions for their organization, for their business. So if I'm doing the bookkeeping service, that's my core offer. But if I can add other things onto that, maybe I give them a monthly summary analysis of places that it looks like they might look for areas of improvement or to save more time or more money or things that they could do that would be a little more efficient. You know, there's other services and things that I can bundle with that would make my offer, my service to that organization way more valuable than just a straight, hey, I put your invoices in, I put them into QuickBooks, and then I send you the QuickBooks report every month, right? Anybody can do that. So to differentiate ourselves, to run circles around other people, bundle things up and make an irresistible offer for the people that you want to serve. The way I ran circles around other people in corporate America was I showed up, and I showed up early and I stayed late. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be a workaholic or work longer hours than anybody else, but maybe it's a matter of working slightly different times. I found that when I was working for a big industrial bakery, I had 3 shifts that I managed and led, right, in 2 different departments and divisions of the organization. So in order to touch base with all 3 shifts, I came in early and also to avoid traffic because I lived about an hour away from my job when there wasn't traffic, but if there was traffic, it was about a 2.5-hour commute. So I would leave my house at 3 o'clock in the morning. I would get to work about 4. I would interact with the night shift. I would get a ton of work done. So by the time everybody else, all the other managers and division vice presidents and directors and people were coming in at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, I already had so much done that it was amazing. I could accomplish more in one day by coming in early like that and interacting with all of my 3 shifts than most people could get done in an entire week. And so it makes it pretty easy to stand out. Now, did it have to be that many hours? No, I could have come in an hour early. Sometimes you can just come in a half hour before everybody else. And number 1, you get your stuff going. Number 2, you plan out and you get what you need to accomplish done without being interrupted. And the biggest challenge I always found in corporate America and in my businesses, and I do the same thing in my businesses, I show up early and I work when I can. And now my life's a lot different than it was in corporate America or even running my own brick and mortar businesses. But we still do what we can with what we've got right now. And that is how you run circles around the competition, other people, and just get what you want in life. That's it. Have an awesome day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.